All right, please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number.
Donna R Naples, 468-474.
All right, Donna, my name is Brennan Councilman. Is Mr. Marabella, Mr. Freeman will be your panel. Explain the process to you, read information to the record, have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. Do you understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Donna Maples, DOC number 468-474. You're a third class offender. Parole eligibility date 1/31/2023. Not eligible for good time. Full term 8/1/2033. 15-year sentence. Possession of Xanax, methamphetamines, Xanax, heroin. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you were revoked in 2023. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been incarcerated on this 15-year sentence?
A total of almost 5 years.
Huh?
Almost 5 years.
Plus 5 years. When's your last disciplinary write-up?
I haven't had any.
So what's going on? You're a drug addict or what?
Yes, sir.
Has you been in and out of jail? You've been revoked. You just recently got revoked in 2023. What was that for?
I had used kratom instead of, I had a lot of pain and I didn't want to take the pain medicine from the dentist, so I thought it was a better way and took kratom, not knowing that I couldn't take it.
So what do you currently do to improve yourself? Are you in any programs right now? What's going on?
I've been writing for classes at this facility since I've gotten here in December, but because of my time so lengthy, they haven't placed me in any or even assessed me. But I do have a job that I've been working since March, the beginning of March.
What job?
I work in the warehouse.
Okay. So you hadn't had any drug treatment, any type of anything for your drug addiction, for your problem?
Not at this current facility, but back when I was at
You had some before you got revoked again, before you had a problem again. I know you've had some before, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you hadn't had any write-ups this go round, but you've had some before, correct?
What, write-up?
Yes.
No, sir, I've never had any write-up.
Never had any write-ups. Okay. So what's your plans if you be released? Where are you gonna go? What you gonna do?
Well, my original plan was to go back to Covington, Louisiana and live with my mother, but she recently passed not 2 weeks ago, so that's not going to be, good for me. I know that, to go back to that house, plus they're trying to sell it to get things worked out for my children and whatever the will states.
Right.
But I plan on going to sober living, and I spoke with some of the ladies here, and they told me after I find out what's going on, they'll help me locate a facility and get me placed. So that's my initial plan. And my brother, I recently started talking to him again after 22 years. It took the passing of my mother to make that happen, and he's supportive and, wants me to get out and do the right thing. My children are the same way. My mom would have been here to speak up for me, but, due to her passing, it's been a whirlwind these last couple of weeks, but I managed to stay focused and not using drugs at this facility and just, doing positive self-help when I can.
What kind of work did you do out when you were out? Did you do any kind of work?
Oh, yes, sir. I did home health, and then I worked as cashier. I worked at Home Depot to where I plan on going back to work when I get out. They knew the situation when they hired me, and they told me once after I turned myself in to let them know when everything was done and over with, and I couldn't go back to my job.
All right. And do you have a mental health problem at all? Any type of mental health issues?
Yes, sir.
What you got?
I'm bipolar, and I take my medicine regularly now, and that makes a huge difference with me. So that's one thing.
Were you taking it while you were out there, or you weren't taking it?
I was taking it off and on. I let myself slip sometimes because I felt I got better, but I know now like that has to be a consistent thing, and I feel
right.
I
Yeah.
feel better generally every day taking it and knowing that I don't have to go, back into that dark place.
Staff have any input for me there?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Freeman has a question.
I noticed when you were, vote, you were charged and looks like Saint Mary for failing to appear for a multiple bill hearing and contraband into a municipal or parish prison.
It was in St. Tammany Parish, and that was when I turned myself in. I called my parole officer to turn myself in for missing my parole, my bill hearing, because I was scared at the time I was facing. At that time, I didn't know all the ins and outs of it. But I called my parole officer and turned myself in, and at that time, I forgot I had one of my own prescription medications on me that I didn't take yet that morning. So when I got there, that's how that came into play.
How many pills was it?
It was one, sir.
So,
All right, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
I know it's hard, like looking at my record and seeing everything I've been through, but when I was in Jetson, I got a lot out of all the classes I took. I gained a lot of certifications. When I went home, this is the best I've ever been. And my mother, I just wish you could have talked to her, because she would be able to attest to that, because she was finally proud of me. She's seen the changes in me. She knew that she had her old daughter back, and that my life was going in the right direction. And it was just for the simple fact that I had to face the multiple bill hearing that I'm even back in this situation, but it's nobody's fault but my own. This is the consequences of my actions, just as well as I hurt my family and my friends. Like I said, me and my brother's been estranged for probably over 22 years, and it took this tragedy to recently have us talking again, and that means the world to me, and just shows that what I can gain out of doing the right things. And my children too, it's just, there's so much I gained in those few months I was out that I didn't realize that I was losing before. And I found myself again, and that's just not something I'm willing to lose. I have 2 boys out there that I know are struggling, and I need to get back out there with them and rebuild our relationship, because all those relationships were harmed due to my addiction.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I'll vote first. My vote today, you just being revoked as quick as you have. My vote is to deny your parole today, but I'm gonna ask the facility there. You have a moderate Tiger score. You just were revoked. You're, third class offender. You're doing good with your mental health, but I'd like to ask staff there to put her in some classes. I'd like for her to take living in balance, thinking for a change. Do y'all have those classes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want staff, I want y'all to put her in some of those classes. Put her, I know she's had a problem doing it. Continue to request stuff. Do you have a GED, you said?
I have a high school diploma.
That's good. Okay, but my vote today is deny you parole due to the poor supervision of allowing for law enforcement opposition, moderate Tiger, but I request you be put in some classes. Mr. Maribel.
My vote is likewise the same for the same reasons. Good luck to you, man.
Mr. Freeman. 3 votes to deny. Your parole's been denied. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Last one, PC.